Hi everyone, welcome to Hometalk Highlight, our new fall hangout series where we spotlight interesting and talented Hometalk members and projects. This hangout is brought to you as part of Hometalk Tuesday, the most popular home and garden hashtag on Google+, powered by the Hometalk community. And we'd love to see your projects there as well. I'm Miriam, head of community for Hometalk.com, and I have a really cool guest here with me today. I'd like to introduce you to Jonathan Fong, who you may recognize from Hometalk and elsewhere. Jonathan hosts the web series Style with a Smile, as well as DisneyFamily.com's He Made, She Made. He's a design and crafting expert for Disney's Spoonful.com site and eHow Kids Crafting channel, and he's the designer spokesperson for Craft Attitude. So Jonathan, it is such an honor to be here with you today. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Okay, so before we get into showing some of your projects, the first question I have for you is, how would you describe your style?
Well, I would describe my style as Pee Wee Herman meets Martha Stewart, because it's a very pop art sensibility that's also very DIY. It's dramatic, simple, and inexpensive. I try to do things that anybody could do, but it's a little bit off kilter as well, with a sense of humor.
So shortly, when I show pictures, viewers will understand why and what exactly that looks like. But you have an interesting story about how you got your start. You didn't start off as a designer, right?
Oh, not at all. When I went to school, I was very business oriented and math and science, and I actually got a business degree. And I worked in advertising for many years, first in marketing research, and then I became a copywriter. So I would write the headlines and scripts for TV commercials, but I never got to design. I never, got to do anything visual like that. And I was, I guess, frustrated, creatively frustrated with that. So I started decorating my own house for fun. And that's how I got started. I just decorated my own house. And because I didn't have any design experience or training, I just decorated things from my gut. And I didn't have to please anybody else but me. So I just played around with doing very unconventional things to my own house. And with that, after I was finished, the house was kind of wild, and it caught the attention of a show on HGTV. It was the Kitty Bartholomew show on HGTV, and they came to film the house, and did a demo on the show. And when the show aired, my life changed, and all of a sudden I was a designer, and it gave me legitimacy. And I didn't know if people could really relate to my work because it was a little out there. But people all over said that though it might not have been their taste, they appreciated the creativity and it gave them ideas to do other things. So I really liked that I was able to inspire people no matter what their tastes were. And I just started doing more and more things on the website, and I was doing more things on HGTV. And then I got a book deal to write 3 books. And then I left advertising after that, and I haven't looked back.
It sounds like, truly a dream come true. And I want to show a picture of your kitchen right now, and I think viewers will understand how could all of this be contained in what your prior profession was? Because this is truly like nothing. When I first saw this project on Hometalk, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. And so let me show everyone, this is your kitchen. And I'm going to let you describe it because I truly don't have the words. Tell everyone, what did you do here, what inspired you to do it, and describe a little bit how this took shape.
Okay, this is the infamous kitchen that's been shown all over the world. What inspired it was that it used to be an all-white kitchen, and when I bought the house, I liked that it was an all-white kitchen. It was very modern. But after I decorated the entire house and they came to shoot the show for HGTV, the host, Kitty Bartholomew, said, your house is great, but your kitchen is really boring. So I agreed, and in the back of my mind, I decided I had to do something with it. And then one day I was at the Andy Warhol exhibit at the Museum of Contemporary Art, in downtown LA, and I was really inspired by Andy Warhol because he created art out of ordinary things. And I was at the museum store, and every poster was 40% off. And when I was standing in the middle of the museum store, the thought hit me, I am going to buy all of the posters here that are 40% off and decoupage them to my kitchen cabinets. Now, at the time, I had never decoupaged before or didn't even know whether it was possible. But my whole design philosophy has always been, go for it. So I bought all the posters, and I went home, and I measured the cabinets, and I measured the posters to see if I could match them up. And then I Googled decoupaging and found the nation's leading decoupage artist. His name is Derwin Rice, and he kind of taught me how to decoupage them to the kitchen cabinets. And all it is I took the cabinets off of the hinges, and I apply a layer of just plain white Elmer's glue to the surface of the cabinets, and then I cut the poster to size and then put it in a bathtub of warm water to relax the paper, because it's stiff and it's been rolled up forever. And when you dunk it in the bathtub of the water, it relaxes the paper. The ink doesn't run because it's quality posters. And then I put the wet poster on the Elmer's glued surface and squeegee out all the air bubbles, and it bonds like that. And I let it dry overnight, and then apply like 3 coats of acrylic polyurethane, and it looks like the cabinets were printed with those images on there. People don't realize that it's decoupage, because what we think of decoupage a lot of times is that wrinkly kind of paper on
yeah.
we used to do. So that was my kitchen. It was the first time I ever tried decoupaging, and it worked. And I just love it. It's really colorful. And since then, I've decoupaged chairs, tables, toilets.
Oh my gosh.
You name it. I'll decoupage anything.
That's amazing. And this is held up, I assume, right? How long has it been like this?
It's been like that for about 7-8 years.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had an entire a pot roast from Costco kind of explode on me. And the gravy got all over the cabinets, but wiped off just fine.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, this is personally, I personally love it. I think it's amazing. I really appreciate the art, and I want to show another one of your creations here. Now, we're looking at your. Is this the spare room?
Yes, it's my spare bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just plain white walls before, and I wanted to give this room. It's kind of where it's mainly a den now, where I watch TV, and I wanted to give it like a hip, industrial look to it. And I had the thought that I might want to put metal on the walls, because that would be really hip. And when you go to office buildings or retail stores, sometimes they have like that corrugated aluminum. I like that look, but I thought that's been done. So I went to Home Depot and walked around looking for different metal, and I found rolls of aluminum roof flashing, and they come in different widths: 8-inch, 14 inches, 20 inches, and I figured out how to put them on the wall. I kind of wove them kind of like in a checkerboard shape, so that's why you kind of get the checkerboard pattern on it.
Yeah.
It's up there with some liquid nails, and it's a great industrial look. And I've done this for a lot of different office spaces now. People want that look. And then I put the directions on my website, and it's also on my book, Walls That Wow. And people have sent me photos of them doing it themselves for their kitchen backsplashes, for their kids' bedrooms, lobbies of businesses that they've done. So it's really cool to see other people do it.
It's such a great idea. And I mentioned before we started this hangout, you and I were talking, I mentioned how Hometalk, we just moved offices, and we have this really industrial exposed brick look. Let me just show my background right here. Here, see my wall, I'm very proud of it. I just love this. So, but I think that we should do some of that in our office. I'm going to take a look at that tutorial. You get a little DIY project. Okay,
and the funny thing is, every now and then I'll see a TV show where there's like this backdrop, and it looks like that. I thought, I think they may have used my directions for this TV show.
No, because I was going to say, has anyone ever done that before you?
You know, there are no truly original ideas. I'm sure somebody did.
Well, it's a first for me. Okay, and I'm sure most of our viewers. Now, let's move to the third project you want to show today, and this is your bedroom, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know, the rest of my house, and obviously my kitchen is very colorful, but I wanted the bedroom to be a really calming retreat. So I wanted all white there, but of course I couldn't just paint the walls white. And what it is, it's hard to see in that photograph, but the entire wall where the bed is up against is white fabric textures. So there's faux fur, there's satin, there's white quilting, and there are actually also panels of silk roses that are glued to a piece of foam core. So I have those panels just kind of as a patchwork back there. And all the fabric is wrapped around just large pieces of foam core, and they're either duct taped or staple gun to the back of the foam core. And then I Velcroed them to the wall so that I can actually remove them to vacuum them, or I've actually changed out the fabric now and then when I get tired of it. And the Velcro helps me do that.
Such a great idea, and for renters too, right?
Oh yeah, it's a great idea for renters because it is temporary and removable. But I've had it there for a long time, and it's held up really well, and I just vacuum it. And I don't know if anybody's done this. I'm sure other people have done this too. But again, I've gotten photographs from people who have seen this project, and obviously everybody doesn't have to do white, so I've gotten photographs of all different colors depending on people's color schemes and tastes, and it's really cool to see other people do it for themselves.
Yeah, I really love this, especially, you know, just that you can change it out per season, you get tired of it, you know, switch to something different. And I just have to say, one of the really interesting things about you is that every room, based on what I've seen and what we're showing here, is so different. It's like walking into a different house in a different style in every room. Never a dull moment, right?
It's true. However, I think it all holds together because it's all creative. Yeah.
That is the common denominator for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so now in addition to pictures of your house, I want to show our viewers, you are also extremely crafty, and you've come up with these really, really cool ideas, and you have something that you're going to show us today, right?
Yes, yes. I love to do crafts. You know, I'm new to all of this. You know, I grew up, you know, very academic, and I never got to do crafts growing up, so now I've made up for it, and I just love to do crafts. And what I'm going to show today is something I've been doing a lot, and that is I have these clothespins that I've been decorating. So this has a damask pattern on it. I have plaid clothespins. I have this that has a map of France on it.
So I like that one.
It's a great way to personalize gifts. Like sometimes, like, I put a gift like just in a plain brown bag and then put the personalized clothespin on top. I actually personalized this bag too. This is a lunch bag.
Oh, that is so cute. By the way, I have an audience here on my side. Some colleagues are watching me. We're loving this.
So this lunch bag says my favorite subject is lunch, and it really is.
That is cute.
So I'm going to show you how I personalize this, and what I use is a product called Craft Attitude. And what it is it is a film. It kind of looks like this. You just put it through your inkjet printer, like whatever design you have, whether it's photographs, design. If you can print it out on your inkjet printer, you can print it out onto this film called Craft Attitude. And it's not a sticker, because that's the cool thing about it. It goes onto your surface. It just kind of absorbs into your surface and takes on that texture. And I love how it works on wood. So I have like this plain clothespin here. You can never have enough of these clothespins for crafts, I tell you.
Yeah, they're the best.
And then I printed out my design. I chose several different plaids, and I have the map and the damask.
Wait, so where do the plaids come from?
I bought them on the internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just thinking for viewers that are watching this and want to know where to get them.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I do a lot. I buy a lot of stock image,
Okay,
or
gotcha.
like free image sources,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a wonderful free image source called the Graphics Fairy.
Oh, I know her, Karen. She's on Home Talk, and she has the best stuff, doesn't she?
Oh, I go there and take her free images all the time. And this map of France may have been from there because it's a vintage map.
Oh.
So
yeah, that looks like her style.
yeah. So I just love her stuff. So I print them out, and then it's really easy to cut. So I cut them. So I cut these little strips to the size that will fit the clothespin here. And then all you do is, I have a plain old glue stick. This is plain Elmer's glue stick, and just rub a glue stick on the side that you want to adhere the image to. And then this peels off the protective backing. And you'll see how thin this is. This is just a film. So it's not like a sticker. And then there's the ink side where it was printed on. I'm going to put that face down on my glued surface. And I have printed out designs on the Craft Attitude film. So I'm just going to apply a glue stick, just a plain old Elmer's glue stick, to this wood surface that I'm going to be decorating here. And then I've cut out the design to fit the side of the clothespin, and this is the damask pattern here. And here's a little trick. Instead of just peeling the film off of here and applying it to the wood, I'm going to apply it directly to the wood with the protective backing right on it.
Ah, that's smart.
Yeah, and it's easier to do on camera too. and then once I've kind of pressed that in there really well, then I can peel the protective backing off of it.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. And then I just rub it in, and I just love how this Craft Attitude film feels against unfinished wood because it's velvety, and it just feels like it's been printed right on there. So that's how easy that is to make. And I've actually made it on a big, gigantic clothespin.
Where do you get those?
I got these, you can get them at craft stores, but I actually went on a website called woodcrafter.com. And it was like $2.99. And they're great because they make great gifts, and you use them to put notes in and all that. And this was a teacher appreciation gift I made. It's a picture of Cher, and it says, "If I could turn back time, I'd thank all my teachers." And the other side says, "Because you can't spell teacher without Cher."
That is so cute. Did you make that one up?
I did.
That's pretty cute. Good one. I really like that idea, especially for a teacher appreciation gift. And there are endless possibilities, even for office use. I mean, with me, everything comes back to office use because that's where I spend most of my time. So that's really cute. Okay, now instructions for this people could find on your website too, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and Jonathan, give us your website one more time for viewers that are joining us for the first time now.
My website is jonathanfongstyle.com, and the videos are at stylewithasmile.tv. But you can also access all the videos through jonathanfongstyle.com as well.
Okay, wonderful. And on Hometalk, you can be found at hometalk.com/Jonathan Fong. I checked before we got on to make sure that was, in fact, the URL. And Jonathan, thank you so much for being a featured guest in today's Hometalk Highlight. Your ideas are so creative. I really enjoyed talking to you, as I'm sure everyone else did as well. And we look forward to seeing more of your projects.
Thank you. I had so much fun.
Same here. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.